For generations, the McRae family have been dedicated to their family farm and have proudly grown not only their herds, but their reputation for commitment to the industry through hard work and innovation. That commitment extends to the Provincial X and the Royal Manitoba Winter Fair, and we're visiting with Blair and Lois McRae to hear more about that. So Lois and Blair, thank you so much for the invitation, and thank you for inviting me into your kitchen to talk more about Marmac Farms, first of all. So Lois, tell us a little bit, for people that don't know about Marmac Farms, tell us who is involved and what it's all about.
Well, Marmac Farms now is owned by Blair and Lois McRae, and our family are 2 children. It was started by his dad and his mother, and I was a Gordon from Surrey, so I was involved in the cattle industry too. And our family was involved in the Winter Fair for many years, and that's kind of how we met, I guess. And
you started with, was it Black Angus that you started with back in the day?
Yeah, Marmac Farm started with Black Angus, and now it's Black Angus, Red Angus, and Simmental cattle.
How many cattle?
We have 200 cows and calves, and then we have an annual bull sale where we have 60 bulls every year.
Yeah, so it's a big operation.
Keeps us busy.
Yeah, absolutely. Blair, go back to those 4 generations and maybe tell us a little bit about life back then. And we're talking about how this is such a family affair and it goes so far back. Take us back to the beginning.
Oh, I don't know if I can go to the very beginning, but the McRaes have been showing at the Winter Fair for. We have a medallion that my grandfather won in 1918, and my aunt figured that my great-grandfather might have been showing before that, but we go back from 1918 for sure, and up till a couple of years ago, we had continued showing at every fair up till 2 years ago.
Yeah, that's an amazing family history that you have. What keeps you wanting to keep coming back and being involved with the Provincial X?
Well, our 4 generations are all involved in agriculture, and the Winter Fair is just kind of dear to our heart. It's it's in Brandon. Blair's family showed horses, and I've showed cattle there ever since I was a young kid. And the family and the friends that you meet, and the opportunity for us to take our livestock out and show the general public what our livestock industry is all about. And we hope people will stop and ask us questions on what we do as farmers.
Yeah, sharing that information.
Yeah.
For new generations. One thing that is very nice, and we've been talking a lot about this, is the importance of being memory keepers as well. And I think that you've done a great job. You've got lots of sort of memorabilia in front of us to show that long history with the Provincial X and the Royal Manitoba Winter Fair. So what are some of the things that you've kept?
Well, we have Blair's grandpa showed horses, and this picture is on display at the fairs, the W.F. McRae and Sons. They also showed Angus cattle. And then my dad in 1954 showed his first steer in Brandon.
Yeah. Isn't that something? Some of the positive changes, talk about that if you could, Blair, about some of the changes that you've seen over the years, because you've been involved for so long. We hear about positive memories. What else are you seeing for the future, perhaps?
Well, I think in the cattle aspect of it, they've focused more lately on the youth, and I think that's extremely important to keep youth involved in agriculture. That's definitely a big positive. I think for the whole fair itself, the expansion of the Keystone Centre made a huge difference, that they could accommodate so many more entries like in horses and trade show exhibits. The kids area at the fair is extremely important for people that come from the city of Winnipeg or something to learn about agriculture. It gives them a hands-on experience to learn, where their food's produced, and that it's not all bad for them.
Wonderful. Well, you're a great asset to this community, and with all the knowledge and the history behind you. So thank you so much for taking the time to show us just some of your McRae family sources of pride here. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Coming up, we'll visit the Dome Building and speak with past President Brent Miller and our new president of the Provincial Exhibition of Manitoba, Greg Crisanti.